So with the arrival of the Star Wars Vintage Collection we got on Disney Plus, we got the 2D animated Clone Wars, which is now no longer canon, but it is still a thing that happened in Star Wars. If you are a fan of the Clone Wars, this show is very different. And it's not bad. I think I have some issues with this series. This is a micro series that came out in the early 2000s between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. And it was made to tie in with Revenge of the Sith and just be a fun series. The show was created by not created, but animated by Gendy Tartakovsky. Excuse me if I pronounce his name wrong. He has a very hard name to pronounce. But he created Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack, and he has a very unique style of animation. And he's a very great cartoon creator. But this show was in his style, which I really enjoy his style. It looks gorgeous. There's a lot of great framing. There's a lot of great story elements to the series. My issue with this series is it has no heart. And what I mean by that is if you watch Samurai Jack, there is a lot of there's a lot of silence to that show, but there isn't in this very much. It's very slow, and that's how Samurai Jack works, but this is not. And also, there isn't really a lot of connection to what's happened. Now that works for 11-minute segments in Samurai Jack, but these episodes are stitched together and not put in 11-minute segments like they originally aired as, or 22-minute segments. But it's so I don't have a lot of connection to what's happening, and if you don't have the knowledge of the prequel movies, you don't really care about this series. And I get it, you're not supposed to watch this without knowledge of the prequel movies, but a lot of the action just feels like unless I watch Attack of the Clones and then watch this, I probably wouldn't care about what's happening. I feel like I have to watch that movie. So it's almost like a chore, because I don't like watching Attack of the Clones. That's a bad movie. And so I have to watch it to really get the emotional connection and resonance that this series is supposed to have on me. It's a fun micro series, I guess, but it should have been. I don't like that they cram both parts of the series into an hour-long thing. I don't like watching them like that. I think they're very bad to watch like that, because that's not how they were made and put together and how they aired. And so I'm watching the series as one big movie, but it doesn't flow together like one big movie. And then the next episode is one big movie. It really doesn't flow together that way. So my best bet, if you can find a way to watch it in 11-minute segments like it was originally aired, do it like that. It's a good series. Just I feel like it needs to be a little bit slower, and it needs to be less dialogue driven, and be less just generic Star Wars action. I think the Clone Wars series does everything the show does significantly better, so I think I'm more appreciative of that than this, honestly.